Hello everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio. Welcome to the channel today. I'm standing with Greg Weaver out here in Goshen, Indiana, listening to Greg's system.
It's been some fun tonight, buddy. You brought some new toys
Absolutely.
for us to play with.
I'm here, I wanted to do an episode bringing you into reviewers' rooms. And, I get to come to a reviewer's room when I'm bringing them new toys to evaluate. And what I'm bringing you, Greg, today is TLA out of Greece.
Yeah, the True Life Audio stuff has finally made it. I'm so excited to have this.
Yeah, we launched it, last September or October.
I think, it was fall.
And then, I think Aris was there in September. And then you came in October, and as soon as you heard it, you put first dibs on it.
Dude, can I have it, please?
So, first dibs, and, things take a little bit of time.
Sure.
And, here it is, May. In 2 weeks, we've got Munich.
We'll be in Munich in 2 weeks, yeah.
But I drove this out here, so TLA, the Supreme Series preamplifier and Supreme Series amps. But Greg, why don't you walk and you've got the Mola Lupe.
I'm also reviewing that right now.
Yeah, so why don't you?
Well, let's start at the top, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, we have. Most of you should know this by now. This is the Kronos Pro. Contra-rotating platters, spectacular turntable. The SCPS-1, which is the supercapacitor power supply that has two banks of capacitors, and one's charging and the other one's driving the motors.
Right.
The tone arm is the one and only Kronos Discovery RS, which is a staggeringly good arm. My cartridge is the Etsuro Gold from Japan. It's a handmade cartridge that's pretty impressive. The SSP,
Supreme Series preamp. Yep.
And I'm just getting used to this. The first impressions, we've been playing about an hour and a half.
Right.
First impressions is this is some fine gear, which is why I raised my hand so early.
Yeah.
I wanted to get it here. This is also in for review right now. This is the Mola Lupe phono stage, which is so far it's been remarkable. As a matter of fact, I was telling Bill earlier, I had another phono stage in here that was exactly the same price that has been sold since. No big deal. I have a few laying around, but this thing is just on its versatility alone, it's just a staggeringly good value. But sonically, this thing plays well above its weight in my estimation so far. It's under $10,000.
Yeah, just compared to the very best of the best of the best at Mega Dollars, it's maybe a little tad shy in the bottom end. But what we were just hearing didn't really seem like we were lacking anything. I couldn't fault it. In fact, we showed it at Expona in our room. And,
And you had the one down arm and table, and it was still, I was in that room, and you made my top 5 in this.
Yeah, we were playing AudioNet Stern Heisenberg with Spirits,
the Vivid Spirits,
and realization throughout. There was nothing to be shy about.
Oh, it was a fabulous room. You made my top 5.
So, and then we had that little phono stage in there. So,
and by the way, can they see the lower, can they see the front?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, this is the dual mono power supply for the SSP-1.
And when you say dual mono,
it truly is.
Yeah,
I had to go get a second power cord out of my spare cords. It actually takes 2 power cords to light this up.
And
two umbilicals that come up.
And guys, when you do something like that, make sure that you use 2 identical power cords.
Yeah.
Well, you would be surprised, Greg. Even in some of the dealers' rooms that we go in.
Well, the first thing you heard me say was, "Oh crap, I got to go get another one. I got to make some changes." So.
Let's use identical power cords for the left and the right channel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then this is gear that you turned me on to.
Yeah, this is the Audion gear, the Audion Absolute stack from Greece. Also, oddly enough. So down here we have the streamer, the clock, and then the DAC. Pretty impressive stuff. Also from Greece, interestingly enough.
So you got a Greek.
I got a Greek system here. All the electronics.
Greek electronics minus the Dutch phono stage, and then the Canadian source.
Yeah.
And then you've got a CD player when you need to build that. Just a workhorse for you. The old McCormick, and then what's that? That's the latest Audience.
Yeah, that's the new Audience ART4. The Adept Response 12 T4 is the model.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks for showing us this. Shall we spin the camera
Can
around?
we take a look at the other end?
Absolutely.
Let's go,
do that.
buddy.
Well, here we are down at the
Business end.
At the business end, where it all happens.
Yeah.
Where it all happens here. You've got well, Greg, you tell us what we have.
Okay, well, let's start here. So the lines coming into the signal cables coming into the amps are John McDonald's
Audience.
the Audience front row cables. They're feeding the TLA SSA 350s.
Right. So Supreme Series amp.
in the 350 model.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're sitting on what am I doing?
Grand Prix racing.
Thank you. It's Grand Prix audio stands. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. We have the front row power cables powering them. I'm using Stealth. These are the Dream V14 speaker cables.
Yep.
And they're on the cable lifters from AudioNet. The power going to the amp, because the speakers are the Von Schweikert Audio Ultra 9s. You see the front driver complement. The speakers are about 3 feet deep, and on the back, which I've given you a photo if you want to use.
Oh, I think, yeah, the back is very
You need
impressive.
to be aware of what's on the back.
But what we're also going to do, Greg provided me a photo.
Yeah.
And it also shows his room, which I think is important. So I'm going to pop it up there. It's got different equipment. But then it also, yeah.
It shows the whole.
And then the amount of cabling that we're using, different cabling at that type, which also you need to be aware of. And I think it's a great picture to show, we're showing a reviewer system, which is always changing.
Yeah, it's pretty fluid in here.
You guys have, you get a piece in for 6 weeks to a couple of months.
Couple of months, yeah.
It changes. You got to change this.
Yep.
You change cables.
Yep.
We, your reference electronics is an AudioNet Pre-G2.
Pre-G2.
And Maxes.
And the Maxes are my normal amplifiers.
And we've got the Maxes sitting to the side
they're up by the
today.
sidewalls.
The Pre-G2 got moved back. This is. So it's a new amp, new preamp for this review,
Yeah.
and this is what you do.
It is.
And
if they saw how we schlepped these in here, they'd say, "Why do you guys do that stuff? It's crazy."
Oh, if they
it's a ton of work.
If they only knew. If they only knew.
He has as much fun doing it as I do, so.
Oh yes.
It's really worth it. But that's the one thing I did not mention, if you don't mind. We just upgraded.
I wanted to mention this.
Yeah,
yes.
we just upgraded the loudspeakers. They were the original designs, and they've been upgraded to use the Critical Mass Systems loudspeaker isolation footers, which even you said. The difference is staggering.
I noticed the difference. I know Greg's system.
Yeah.
I know Greg's.
Yeah, you're here enough that.
Yeah, and it's.
It's a
they're
leap
sounding
forward.
The system is sounding special.
The system's amazing. We've had a good time listening for the last hour and a half or 2 hours.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a blast. And buddy, thanks for look. People only see this room when I show something on YouTube or whatever. So I really appreciate you taking the time to both come and hang out and do this, and to share this with your viewers. I think it's kind of cool that they get to see what we do.
Letting us come on and do this for you.
Anytime, brother.
Right.
You're here. You know where the pizza is.
Thanks, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.